Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Raisa Rahmaniar. My student number is 2420033. Now our presentation is about research proposals. The title is The Effect of Using English Learning Videos on Students' Listening Comprehension. Okay. The first is introduction. The first is research problems. Whether using English learning videos significantly improves students' listening comprehensions, with studies consistently showing positive effects by boosting engagement, providing authentic language exposures, accent rhythms, vocabulary through audio visuals, and enhancing learning outcomes compared to traditional methods. So variables like subtitles and students' proficiency levels matter. The second is research purpose. This study aims to find out whether English learning videos can improve students' listening comprehensions. The third is research questions. Is video learning effective in developing student listening skills? And how can we improve students' listening skills in learning using videos? Okay, let's move. Next is methodology. The first is research design. This research employs a quasi-experimental design utilizing a stress-free test and post-test frameworks across two distinct groups, an experimental class and a control class. The primary objectives is to rigorously determine the causal effect of English learning videos on students' listening comprehension, comparing it against conventional instructions by measuring the resilience pretest, skill, and subsequent achievement is post-test of both groups. The study aims to establish whether the video-based interventions leads to a statistically significant improvement that surpasses the gains made by the traditional teaching method. And the core of the study lies in the differential treatment administered to the two classes. The experimental class will receive the treatment interventions, which is listening instruction enhanced specifically by the use of English learning videos. Conversely, the control class will receive standard conventional listening instruction without the integrations of videos. This deliberate distinction in methodology is crucial, as it isolates the independent variable to accurately attribute any observed difference in performance solely to the effect of the videos, contouring for other potential factors. Ultimately, the conclusions hinges on the comparative analysis of the scores different post-test minus pre-test. Between the two groups, if the improvement in the experimental class is found to be significantly greater than the improvement in the control class, the research will decisively conclude that utilizing English learning videos has a substantial and positive effect on enhancing students' listening skills. This robust comparison ensures that the findings provide strong evidence regarding the efficacy and practical value of incorporating videos technology into language instruction. Next is population sampling method and sample. The first evaluations, the populations of this study consists of all 8th grade students at SMP Negeri 5 Bandung during the academic year. The second is sampling method. Cluster random sampling will be used because the school organizes students by intake classes, making it more practical to select groups rather than individual students. And then the last is sample. Two classes will be chosen with approximately 30 students in each class. One class will serve as the experimental group, while the other class will act the control group. And next, data collection method. Listening tests, pre-tests, and post-tests. Students from both groups will first complete a free test to measure their initial listening comprehension ability. After the treatment phase, they will take a post-test with similar difficulty to evaluate improvement in their listening skills. Next is questionnaire. Questionnaires will be distributed to the experimental group to collect information about students' perceptions of using English listening videos. The questionnaire will include items related to interest, usefulness, motivation, and challenge faced during the learning process. And move to a data analysis method. Test results analysis. The quantitative data from the free test and post test will be analyzed using a varied sample test and an independent test to determine whether there is a statistically significant difference between the two groups. And then questionnaire analysis. Responses from the questionnaire will be analyzed using percentage calculations and descriptive analysis. This will help the researchers understand common perceptions and highlight major themes regarding students' experience. Okay, maybe enough for my speech. Uh, Sorry for any mistake. And the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.